Sup fuckers, World's Okayest Trader, February 27th. Video came out a little bit late today because I had some day job stuff to do. That took me like a long time. Anyway, you don't care about that. You're here about charts. Or I'm here about charts. Well, I'm not really here for you. I'm here for me to review my trade day. The uptrend started, or first thing, we're looking at this overnight uptrend, holding the bottoms nicely, relatively stable at the top. We're having this break, and we are expecting a new extreme. So we get the break below, this channel start working up. This is an excellent failed second entry short. So there's a new low from that break, first entry, second entry, but this is a failure because it's above the EMA. It's a nice green bar. This is an excellent trade to take. Now, I didn't take it because it was right around the open, and you get some volatility around that. You also get this second entry long, which is could be a higher low from the failed second entry, and then it's a good entry for a second entry long. But again, this was right at open, so there would have been the high, first entry. There's a pullback. Yeah, pullback and second entry long. Maybe it's a higher low and not a second entry. No, I think it's a second entry. Yeah, it's second. So you got to get really good at counting, but it's not like the market like flips by and you're like trying to count cards playing blackjack. You have time to retest yourself. Okay. So now we've got this new high for this uptrend. It's the attempt. It started to reverse. So that's when I popped in this. When we push back below the EMA like this, I popped this range in. Over time, it's like, was it down here? Was it up here? I left it there because it was hitting the midline kind of well a little bit later in the day. So I sort of kept moving it around. We have this channel working down. There may have been an overshoot at the bottom here. Oops. So extending this a little bit, there's a lot of open room through there. So pulling it tighter. So this could have been an overshoot. So with the overshoot, we're looking for something out the other side. So we definitely want a good correction out the other side, which we get. So here's potentially the overshoot. We have a small channel working up. Second leg up. Now this is a good signal bar. Could it have been redder, more bearish? Sure, absolutely. But we get that for a second entry short. And then this would be a decent sort of double high, lower high for that. And that was good for a scalp. I think that was a good, price action break, new extreme attempt. Now we don't actually get the new extreme. It goes up the other way. So when this did this little thing here, that's where I put that range in and just kept extending it. So we have a little downtrend working, another little overshoot, no real good place. We're not really at the low of the range. We're kind of up in the upper middle end. This is what I'd be looking for a failed breakout. If this was higher up, then that'd be a good failed breakout, but it was still too low. Another second entry short, again, middle of the range. So there was a lot of middle of range stuff in here that just really wasn't worth taking to me for what I look at. Yeah. So as we go through, this actually here, this would have been good. Now, this one started as this downtrend. We have a break, getting it for a new low. So there's your low for this downtrend, first entry, second entry. I didn't take this second entry short because it was going to be more than 3 points of risk. I should have trusted the setup for it to go because when it did go, it went and that got you the scalp there. So this would have been a good second entry short. Yeah, that would be a good second entry short. Now we have this new low, attempted a new low, and yeah, we're expecting a little uptrend, and this is where I had to go. So I was out of the trading charts by noon. But we can carry on. We've got this downtrend working here. Yeah, nothing I love there. So now we've got this trend working up. So we can draw our trend lines nice and tight. Again, high, we're looking for a pullback. Again, we're just creating higher highs. It does pull back. So as these develop, we're probably looking at something like this. So this is a new high, first entry, second entry. The entry is going to be 2.5 points away from the EMA, so I'm not taking that. I'd like it a little bit closer. We still work up, extend this, potentially widen this to see how it looks. Yeah, we're still working higher and higher and higher. So here's a break of this channel. So we might be looking for something. Maybe it's forming a double bottom. So you might draw that across there. But it doesn't really come back. I would have liked it, again, a little bit lower for this, more of a triple test thing, and it keeps pushing higher. So at this point, EMA is holding and probably going to have to widen it like that. Fits sort of nicely through there. For now, that's it. Maybe we started down there at the move. Sorry, at the start of the move. Go through some bars. So there's a high, a little bit of a range, but we got a high. There's the breakout of the bottom of the range. So no first entry. So there's the first entry. This might actually be a good failed breakout. So we've got this little level there, breaks out the bottom, reverses. So that'd be a good failed breakout. Yeah, I'm still looking for something. Now, because this channel is holding, like you could start entering anything on these uptrends, potentially like held. You know, it's an advanced, you gotta watch your risk reward, but it seems like it's holding. So I would possibly risk that. And then there it goes. Oops. So still we're extending that channel. Again, another new high. And again, another test off of that, which again, if you're aggressive on that, you could take it. But even if you took every one, right, you know, you'd have to have that established uptrend, but take it. And at some point it's going to roll over. We just don't know when. But yeah. Okay, it's still working higher, following the channel. Oh, here's a good break. What do we got going on? Okay, so now I think we've got a good break of this channel. So based on what we're looking for it to sort of, you know, stall, two legs down, small legs go long, but that's a strong uptrend. So I'm still looking long at this point. There's a first entry. And then, so there's the other pullback. So new high. First entry, pullback. So the trigger would be above a nice little bar. Now this is holding, it's a bearish bar. Is it going to trigger next? Yes, it does. So definitely you'd put your order in for that. And where's the second entry long? That would be a good one to go long on at that point. And yeah, it takes off. But at that point, we're at 4 o'clock, so I'm not trading at that anyway. But this is this is like the textbook setup that you're looking for. So find your channel, looking for a break, EMA holding, first entry, second entry long. But again, it's after 4 o'clock. I'm not taking that. Anyway, so overall, my trading day was just that one trade. It was tough to see all this movement go through here and not be able to enter much. You know, maybe this one I wasn't here for this, so I can't really count that, but failed breakout. And that is a textbook, but again, 4 o'clock. So it was a tough day to sit there and watch these bars print. And, the last thing you want to be doing is taking crap in here and, stop out. Because at this point, you didn't know this range was developing. You didn't know if this was going to be a good trade or not. All you see is a break, attempted a new low, and it bursts through the EMA. So at this point, it might just be a small pullback before it continues up to the top of this range. Like, we don't know that this is going to happen. So it's a good place to get chopped up. And it's sort of like, here's the middle line of this range that was kind of holding some of this down, but then there was a smaller range in here. Yeah, that's not trades I'm going to be taking because I'm, not looking to take losing trades. It's okay to take losing trades, but I'd rather, avoid this crap and just sit and wait. Like, if I had been around this afternoon, I would not have taken this one at 4 o'clock. I would have considered that failed breakout as an aggressive entry. If I had this in, I'd consider that, but that would be super aggressive at that point. But we're in a strong uptrend. This thing hasn't broken. It's still above the EMA, right? It's not given up the EMA. And even this little gap here is not really that big because that was a line across there, little level across there, broke, and it just took off. So at that point, going long on any of these, again, more advanced, but in a strong uptrend, just don't fight it. Don't pick tops. Like, if you had been, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tops, right? Like, it's going to go farther than you ever expect. So, but anyway, that's my review. World's okayest trader is out.